Hi, I'm Professor Thomas White. I'm founder and director of IBECC, and that also means that I'm the person who came up with the idea of the biathlon. We did the biathlon from 1996 to 2007 in connection with a 5K, 10K run that we held on the Loyola Marymount campus. When we started having IBECC in different cities, that became impractical. But now that we're right by the Charles River, and next year we'll be back in Los Angeles, we found a way to bring back the biathlon, and we're really very excited about that. We can't put on a full-blown 5K, 10K run, so what I've come up with is a short, that is 4-mile time trial that IBECC teams can either run or walk in competing in the biathlon. And so I thought it would help if I at least gave kind of a quick overview of what the course was like. As I said, we're using a 4-mile time trial. This is along the Charles River, right by where our hotel is. The hotel is around here, so that means we start just a few blocks down from that on the bike path by the Charles River. Start off going east, down to the end at this point, come back, that's mile 1, heading now west. Along that stretch, that hits mile 2, over the Harvard Bridge, down to this turnaround and back, that's mile 3, back over the Harvard Bridge, down, heading east, back to the start and finish line. And that's 4 miles. Since this is a public running and biking path, we're going to schedule everyone so that we spread things out so that we don't clog up the path and are respectful of everyone else who's going to be on there using it. But it's a pretty straightforward course, easy to follow. We start and finish just down from the little ways from the hotel. This is at the intersection between Wadsworth Street and the running and bike path. Start off heading east along the Charles River. Continue east, heading this way. As long as you keep the river on your right, you're in good shape. Same thing, just keep going east. You'll be getting up, as you get up towards this point, you'll see there's a bridge. This is the Longfellow Bridge. You're going to go underneath it, then come on back up. At the point at which you come up, you'll then go over the Lechmere Canal. You want to be careful of your footing because of the grading, which is a different surface from the asphalt and concrete you'll have been running on. On the other side of the bridge, you'll see that the route forks a bit. Stay to your right. At this point, you're on the final stretch of the first leg. In the distance, you'll see the Museum of Science, the Zakim Bunker Hill Bridge. Right before the end of these pieces of the path, it forks again, so stay to your right. At the end of this piece, just turn around and come on back. Now you're heading west. A little ways up, you'll hit the 1-mile point. Now you're just retracing your steps. So go back up, head up towards the Longfellow Bridge. So you're now going back over the canal. Again, watch for your footing. Back down under the Longfellow Bridge. Back up, now keeping the river on your left. You'll pass the start-finish area, but it's going in the other direction now. Keep on going west. Just before the Harvard Bridge, you'll hit the 2-mile point. Turn left onto the Harvard Bridge. Cross the bridge. While you're crossing the bridge, take a moment to admire the skyline. That's the John Hancock and Prudential buildings. And if you're sharp-eyed, look to the right, you should be able to see the Citgo sign and Fenway Park. When you get to the other side of the bridge, turn left down the ramp. At this point, you'll be able to see MIT on the other side. MIT is very close to where we're going to be for IBECC. At the bottom of the ramp, turn left. a little ways up, the path will fork, so just stay to your right. Now you're heading east. You'll see the turnaround is there's a small bridge on the left. You'll stay to the right. You'll loop around this triangular piece of land. Now you're heading west, just retracing your steps. Going back down to the Harvard Bridge, go up the ramp. To the top, turn right. Cross the bridge again, then turn right back onto the bike path. Now you're heading east again. Keep on going. And you reach the finish line. So, easy to follow, 4 miles. You'll have a GPS watch that we're going to lend you, so just keep track of the time and distance, and we'll show you how to operate the watches. You know, when it hits 4 miles, just hit stop. I want to finish off with some encouraging words about why to participate in the first place. When I created the biathlon, the idea was always that we had something that would distinguish us from being an ordinary academic event. I believed strongly that if we were going to have an ethics event, we should in some way do some good for somebody else in the world. When we, as I mentioned before, when we were in Los Angeles, we put on a 5K, 10K run for the community. At this point, that's impractical. I mean, it was impractical when we started being in different cities. Now that we're in Cambridge, we're able to do this using a 4-mile walk-run time trial. And we're asking that teams help us raise a donation for a worthy local charity. And so what we'd like each participant to do is to ask friends to pledge, say, $5 for each mile. If enough members of teams do that, we should be able to end up with a really nice donation for a worthy local cause. So that's very much the first reason that we want people to be involved, to try to do some good for other people in the world. Secondly, the biathlon is really the most unpredictable competition of all the ones that we have because of all the complexities in the scoring. First of all, it's not simply the run, you know, the run or walk. It's a combination between the presentation score and the and the run or walk. Even with the run walk side of it, it's not straight time. It's finishing place in gender, which then means that the gender mix of a team is going to make a difference in how things are going to turn out. And in the past, we have seen teams of walkers do extremely well in the biathlon because they've been able to compensate for a lower walking score, running score, by a higher score in the presentation. So I definitely would encourage everyone interested to be involved because, as I said, the results are really unpredictable. Third, I can promise you that if you have on your CV that you participated in the world's most intellectually daunting biathlon, and it was put on at the International Business Ethics Case Competition, when you interview for jobs, internships, or graduate school, interviewers are going to find that irresistible, and you're going to have the opportunity to take control of the interview and say more about all the great things that you did, work with your team, the topic, the experience. And that's definitely something, as I said, I can verify from students in the past. Interviewers don't let this thing go. We also want you to have an opportunity to get fit and to have some fun. We have training programs up on IBECC.net. This gives you a chance to get out a bit, to run on an absolutely iconic running route in Boston, be part of history in that way. And as I said, to get fit and to have a good time. Finally, I would encourage people to be involved to keep your self-respect. Now, I put things in that way because on 2 days before IBECC, I'm running the Boston Marathon in order to support the local charity that we're going to be donating our proceeds to. I'm 68. I'm doing 26.2 miles. Most students in IBECC are either 19 or in the late teens or early 20s, and all I'm asking is for you all to do 4 miles. So I think that if I'm 68 and I'm doing 26.2 miles for a worthy cause, I don't think it's too much to ask people around 20 to cover 4 miles. So, as I said, definitely think about this, and I really hope that you take this all very seriously and join with us to raise a donation for a good cause. See you in Cambridge.